when you're looking to grow and scale your business, this is the route or the order in which you need to view things. So you need to do more of what you're already doing, right? Like the first question you want to ask yourself is, can we do more than what we're already doing? If the answer is yes, then just do that. Just do more, right? And then after that, then once you get to a place where you can't do any more, the second question you need to ask yourself is, all right, we can't do any more, but can we do it better, right? So then you work on bettering the process until we can get the best standards of your current capacity. And then once it can't get any better, then and only then do you try to do new things, right?
Right.
What the problem is, most business owners do it backwards.
Right. They just do that. They just every shiny ball possible. New. This ain't working. I got to do a new offer. I got to do this. Wait, like, hold on. Like, you're only posting how many times on social media? On how many platforms? Yeah, I'm posting once a day on just Instagram. Oh, and you don't think you're making the sales that you want to make because you need that new offer. Got it. Okay. No, that's not the case, right? You need to be posting 2 to 3 times a day on every single platform that you can. And then and only then, after doing that for an extended period of time, should you even think about needing to do it better? Because the thing is that, to Carter's point, people try to circumvent the work. That's what it really boils down to. The reason why you don't want to do more because it's more work. Like everybody wants that honeymoon phase of their business. How they felt so good when they had the first ideas. Like they want to have that feeling forever. And it's just like with relationships. You're not going to get that you're not going to be able to maintain that honeymoon feeling forever. You got to do the work, right? You have to do the work. And if you try to avoid that, you're not going to get the result. So do more. That's where you got to start. You got to do more.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, like, people be like, well, I'm tired of doing it. I'm bored with doing the same thing. Well, don't get bored with it. Get paid with it. Like, just because you quote unquote tired of doing something doesn't mean you stop doing it before you go into the next thing. Because the problem with most business owners, they find something that works, they find something new they want to try, but then they stop doing the thing that was working for them in the first place. And then now they're in no man's land because they haven't figured out the new thing and they stop doing the old thing. So I think it'd be important if we break down this more, better, new framework in all the major aspects of a business, or at least, for starting out business owners, right?
So at least some of them, right? And I have a great one for us to start with on the content side. Okay. So this YouTube channel that you guys are probably watching this on right now, or listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever. But let's just speak about YouTube. For our first year of doing our podcast, we had one show, right? We had one show and we had about 1,000 subscribers, right? One show, 1,000 subscribers. We could have been frustrated. We could have said, oh man, forget this podcasting thing, forget this YouTube thing. We're done. What did we do after year one of gaining 1,000 subscribers on YouTube? We did more. We tripled the amount of shows, right? So we went from one show to 3 shows on the network. And we also were not previously posting shorts. And now we're posting sometimes 3 shorts a day, right? Mm-hmm. It's no coincidence that we went from 1,500 subscribers to 32,000 subscribers in the next 12-ish months. More, right? So we are living proof that we could have did anything. We could have said, oh, you know what? Maybe the Melon and Money show isn't going to work. Scrap it. We don't need more. Like, no, we said, let's triple down on the content. Let's do more. YouTube is going to work and we're going to make it work. We tripled down on the content, right? And so then we got super consistent and we got results, right? And now this year, the goal is optimization. Better, right? So now we literally less than 30 minutes ago just got off the phone with the person who manages our YouTube channel, who's now going to be joining a high-level mastermind to learn about all of the back-end stuff as it relates to YouTube. Because we did the more part. Now we want to get better. We want to optimize. We want to tweak this. This thumbnail needs to be like this. This is like, so now we're focused on better after we doubled down on more. Notice I didn't say anything new. We're just focused on better for year 2 of YouTube growth, right? Going into year 3 rather. We're focused on better. And so like that, y'all, like that is like, we're living proof. You can check the subscribers. Like we were at 1,500 after year 1. After year 2, we were at 32,000. After year 3, you heard it first, will be over 100,000.
Yeah.
Right? By following this framework that we didn't even know we were following until just now.
For sure. And it's so interesting because one, we did it without knowing, which means it was on the right track. But number two is that if you follow this framework, you actually are doing less work than you think, because if you already know how to do something, doing more of it is not hard. It's just great. There's no more thinking into doing more. You might want to build a system, an automation or whatever, but you don't have to do the process of learning something new. It just do more of it, right? So doing more just requires grit and strength, which we all have and we all were born with, right? Now, the second part about the better part is yes, you might need to find coaches. Yes, you might need to learn a little thing, but like getting better at something, when you increase the volume, you can go from having X return to a 4 or 5X return, because you're now stacking complementary activities on top of each other. So if you're posting on Instagram once a day and you're saying my Instagram channel is never going to grow, well, guess what? What happens when you start posting 3 times a day? Right? And then what happens when you start posting 3 times a day, but your content actually gets better? You buy a camera, you actually you prep before you speak, you get an editing team. Now you're doing more, and usually better could be done by somebody else if you think about it, right? Like for our example, we're putting our podcast editor in a room where he's going to learn more. That takes nothing from us. So better starts with more starts with you, but better can easily be somebody else, or hiring the right person, bringing on the right team member. So this step might even not even include you before you go to new. So from a content standpoint, y'all, for whatever channel you're trying to go, before you leave Instagram and say, I want to go all in on YouTube, before you leave YouTube and say, I want to go to TikTok, before you leave TikTok and say, I want to go to Threads, just do more on the platform that you're currently working on.
And can I give y'all one more little gem on that? When you do more, you're inherently going to get better.
Right, brother. Come on now. I saw, as soon as you put it down, I knew where you were going.
Right. You're inherently going to get, it's just like I can dig into archives, and Carter can as well. From years ago, when we created content, right? And we're probably a little more monotone, a little less charismatic, a little less confident, but reps. And you do it over and over and over and over. And guess what? You get better. Right? Like y'all might look at us now, it's like, oh my gosh, y'all do this. Like we say it to ourselves sometimes, like, oh, it was too, we'll finish recording an episode, like, yo, that was too easy. You know why it was too easy? Because of the amount of reps that we put in, right? To where now it is, right? So it's like you get better when you do more. It's like, it's an inherent byproduct.
That's crazy.
Right? So it literally just feeds into the next thing. You do more, you get better.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's like, I don't think Alex brought that up in his book, but that's a profound insight. When you do more, you have to get better. It's just going to happen on its own, right? Without any intention. 100%. And then when you put intention into getting better, you out of here.
Out of here.
All right. So that is how you scale the content side of your business, which, take it from us, if you scale the content side of your business, you will start to make more money.
You will start to make more money. If they don't know you, shout out to Grant Cardone. They don't know you, they can't flow you. So did you see, speaking of Grant Cardone, did you see his post the other day? He's suing somebody for like $100 million because he won his lawsuit on, like, basically people were trying to say his fund was a scam, and he won the lawsuit and he didn't. So like he's basically going back and like he's suing like anybody who was like defaming his name. He's like, yeah, like, listen, y'all thought it was sweet, you influencers with your little podcast, whatever. It's like he's suing somebody for $100 million defamation suit. I say, yeah. He said, I'm coming. He said, I'm coming for more. He said, this is just the first person on the list. He said, play with somebody else's name.
Hey,
I said, dog.
Grant ain't the one, brother. Grant ain't the one.
But yeah, in the words of, he got time. But in the words of Grant Cardone, they don't know you, they can't flow you. So in Monray, who was on our podcast a few episodes ago, she brought up something very good. Like, because there's people like who will talk to us. What if I don't want to get on camera? What if that's not my thing? I can appreciate that. We have employees and team members, and not everybody has the desire to be on the camera. But you have to then make that reality that maybe I don't want to be a business owner. Maybe I need to be supporting another business owner. Because when you are a business owner, you got to do whatever you want. You have to do, not what you want to do. You got to do whatever you have to do. And the reason why you probably get on camera is because you can't afford to pay a spokesperson for your business, right? So it is what it is.